All right, looks like I'm live. I can share screen. Okay, so this is the first episode. I'm kind of just figuring this out. Premise behind this: I've been an investor for a few years now. Business does not look anything like what we wanted it to, so we pretty much completely shut it down. Um, we hired a business coach, and we're launching. So I've never necessarily been in a primary market. My business is virtual. We focus on fix and flipping, and I'm totally crooked here. Bear with me, guys. This is gonna be fun figuring it out. Didn't invite anyone to this one just so I could go through this kind of learning curve. But by the way, hi. I'm David Gulick, aka Medium Wave Dave. If you know me from Instagram, I am a full-time real estate investor and agent. I work as an agent in the Hamptons, luxury market, totally different. I invest predominantly in median price markets around the country. We like the Southeast. And what is the purpose of this whole podcast or this little journey? When I started this, I wish I began documenting it because I like a story. I like seeing growth for personal reasons. I think knowing where you came from and being able to reference back to stuff that was difficult a while ago, as it becomes kind of common knowledge as you grow and move forward, is a really fun transformation to see. So the goal with this is I'm going to take you on a journey in real time as we launch a brand new market. Where are we at right now? So my business currently, it's myself and my business partner. I'm in New York. He's in Alabama. Our virtual market is neither of those. I have an in-house acquisition rep. She has been with us for just over a year now. Came to us with zero real estate and zero sales experience. We've trained her. She is our primary rep now. And we have an in-house TC, transaction coordinator. Paperwork is not my strong point. I'm not meant to touch paperwork. So she handles all of that, and we're grooming her. Fix and flipping wasn't always our business. So what we're doing is grooming her to be a TC/project manager. So, what is the skill set that she has? Really just like insane discipline and organization. Project management is really about having good SOPs and being able to check boxes, which really is this entire business. It's actually kind of boring when you boil it down to the day-to-day of it. Our whole world operates on checklists now. But anyway, what is the point of this? We launched a new market yesterday. In another episode, because I want to be able to interact with you guys and answer questions more in real time and have conversations instead of me just yapping away. What'll be consistent each episode, I will track what's happening. In terms of metrics, this is what I enjoy. How many leads came in yesterday? How many of those were actually qualified leads? These are the things that move the business forward, right? Did we make any offers? What did we spend? How many total leads do we have? What is our total spend? And do we have any contracts yet? And what is our projected revenue on that? As we start getting contracts, we will start following things like cash conversion cycle and return on ad spend or ROIs. See, hey, are we actually profitable? Looking if our cost per contract is $5,000 and we make 20, that's a 4x. That's a great multiplier. So now we have the ability to make decisions to scale up our marketing, to hire new acquisition reps, to do different things to grow the business. That's the goal. The end goal, if I'm going to complete this journey, we're starting a brand new market from scratch. We know nobody there. We chose the market based on data points. There's things that we like about it. We turned on marketing yesterday. So to that point, yesterday's qualified leads, or yesterday's total leads, I had 7 total leads yesterday, spent $625. So cost per lead under $100. Pretty happy with that. 625 divided by 7, 89.29. Call it $89 per lead. Pretty happy with that. So how am I generating leads? We're doing all inbound, which tends to be more expensive, which is why I'm pretty happy with that cost per lead. What are my expectations? For an inbound lead, I would expect to stabilize. Now, in the beginning, it may take us longer. I don't expect, us to hit. So 20 is the number I'm shooting for, right? I'd like to get it under 20, but in a perfect world, inbound leads, highest quality lead, someone who we didn't pull them off a list and go interrupt their day with a text message or a cold call or whatever. They, we did still spend money somehow to get front of mind for them. They probably were searching for something online, filled out a form that drove them to us, but they reached out to us and said, "Hey, I have a home. I'm in fact the owner. I do want to sell it. Um, I'm looking at all my options." Maybe they're looking at a realtor option. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're already listed. Maybe they're not. Um, but for whatever reason, they're looking at options to sell to an investor. We then have that conversation, qualify them, and figure out, hey, is there a way, for this to make sense for both of us? We are not trying to steal anyone's house or take a house that someone doesn't want to sell. They are reaching out to us. We're just seeing if there's a fit and it makes sense for everyone. So to come back around, 7 leads yesterday. We spent $625, $89 per lead. I know 3 of them were total shit. One of them, it had all the things we're looking for. The urgency, the motivation, price didn't make sense, but not a massive concern. We're going to run it through our calculators and let them know what we can or can't pay. Problem was sometimes you get these. Sometimes there's a house where literally if someone gave you the house, you can't make money on it. It's a tear down. It's basically just useless. This was one of those homes. So we're at 7 from yesterday. I'll update tomorrow of what came in today and what we spent and all that kind of stuff, and it'll just be an ongoing tally. And we'll see how many leads and what kind of spend it took us to get our first actual contract. Hopefully that one closes. Let you know, in real time what you can expect. Now, what are we doing? Fortunately, we just exited a couple flips. Like I said, the business has been completely shut down for 2 months now, partially because our acquisition rep had a baby. Actually, that's the sole reason. But that being said, we had a couple flips that we wrapped up in that time. That gives us a little bit of a budget, which is a really good position to be in. If you're brand new, this hopefully this is still interesting, right? Hopefully I can save you some, have you set realistic expectations and understand what kind of budget gets you what kind of results. We're going into this with a 20K a month budget for marketing spend. We have that budgeted for 3 months right now. Obviously, our goal is that money will come back in somewhere in that 3 months that we can then obviously have a month 4 and be reinvesting, or maybe, I forget actually, do we have 3 months or 4 months? I'll have to look. But let's just say a minimum. I mean, you have to spend 90 days minimum, because what are you doing on the front end? You're feeding a pipeline. But I know my KPI from before was on average 14 days from when we pay money to generate a lead and when that lead is in contract. So I don't expect a contract in the next 2 weeks. If we get one, awesome. It may take 3 weeks and then we may get 2 of them. Who knows, right? I can't predict this. What I can do is track it, put a measurable on it, and then be able to use that to make educated decisions moving forward, provided we're running a profitable business. But that's it for today. I don't want to talk too long. I will try and pick a time that makes sense every day so we can be consistent about this. Probably won't do weekends. I run around and play realtor, and schedule's a little crazier. Monday to Friday, I'm at my desk a lot more, so I can be consistent. I'd personally like to do it like early in the morning, like 6:30. I don't know if any of you will ever get on here at that time, because the West Coast is definitely asleep. If there's anyone from the West Coast that's going to follow us, East Coast, you guys are probably still getting ready for work, or maybe snooze time, who knows. But I'll try and find a time somewhere like this, middle of the day, that kind of works, so we can go on this journey together and I'm not just talking to myself. Can have an actual interaction and I can answer some real questions for you guys. But thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I see you again. And I will figure out how this all works as we go. Like I said, it looks like there's a share screen button. Yeah, I'll figure this out. Thanks, guys.